we're fortunate that that education and workforce system is dedicated to special populations. We've heard the governor talk a lot about special populations and how we've got to get people into the labor force. The largest group sitting on the sidelines are individuals with disabilities. We've got to figure out how to get them in the game. And we can do that together with this incredible partnership we have here in Alabama. We want to continue to dedicate ourselves to increasing that labor force participation, and we can do that with the folks that I want to acknowledge. One is, if you are part of the governor's committee, either a local governor's committee or the state governor's committee for the employment of people with disabilities, will you please stand? I've got a couple of very dedicated ADRS board members here today. Would you please stand? And to the ADRS staff, I never want to miss an opportunity to tell you thank you for what you do throughout the year. I am honored to be in this role and to lead you. You make my job very easy. And lastly, I want to thank Ed Castile, the Department of Commerce, the Department of Labor. All of these workforce initiatives we couldn't do without you. And we want to do more of that together. So we're excited to have your partnership. All right, before I introduce the governor, we have award winners back here in this back corner. When your name is read during a video presentation, if you will make your way to the stage and remain here until your video is complete, and you can get a picture with the governor, and then you can make your way back to the seat as we begin the next presentation. I don't often get to introduce the governor, so, and I tend to just talk from the heart, but I made some notes because I want to do this right. What can I say that you already don't know about Governor Kay Ivey? We know that she's an esteemed graduate of Auburn University, War Eagle. We know she taught school and served at the Alabama House and became an assistant director of the Alabama Development Office, where she began all of these workforce initiatives. She then began her public service in elected office, serving faithfully as state treasurer, lieutenant governor, and eventually governor of Vashistes, the great state of Alabama. Barring anything unforeseen, she will soon be reelected to that office in November. What you may not know about Governor Kay Ivey is not only has she attracted $32 billion in capital investment to Alabama, that's with a B. She's created 65,000 jobs. But not only that, she has hosted an annual hiring event for individuals with disabilities. She has expanded mental health services for individuals in crisis. She annually meets with the Youth Leadership Forum, made up of aspiring young people with disabilities. And she has closed the learning gap for infants, toddlers, and preschoolers by supporting funding for Alabama's early intervention system and its first-class pre-K program. For these reasons, it's especially poignant that I get to celebrate and you get to celebrate with her today on these special awards. Please welcome Governor Kay Ivey.
Thank you, Commissioner Bertie Shaw, for that kind introduction, and thank you for your strong leadership of the Alabama Department of Rehabilitation Services. Jane Elizabeth, like many of the folks we're celebrating today, recognize that Alabamians with disabilities are actually folks with great abilities. And as we celebrate the achievement of some remarkable Alabamians today, I'd like to begin by offering my sincere thanks to each and every one of you. Whether you're a business owner, an employee, or a member of the ADRS staff, the work you are doing is truly changing lives in our state for the absolute better. Our business owners here today recognize that folks who face unique challenges deserve an opportunity to work and make a good life for themselves right here in Alabama. Our employees here today have shown great perseverance in using their God-given talents to enter Alabama's workforce despite any obstacles or challenges. We could all use a little bit more of that mentality in our state. And the ADRS staff who works day in and day out to connect employers with job seekers are also helping those Alabamians reach their full potential. And folks, I draw inspiration from each of you, and I am so proud to be your governor. Together, we are working towards ensuring every Alabamian has the opportunity to succeed. And I am continually looking for innovative ways to help Alabama's economy and our vital industries grow. And considering we've been able to attract over $32 billion with a B dollars in new investments and create some 65,000 new good-paying jobs, I'd say we've been incredibly successful in that arena as well. But bringing new opportunities also means we have to have a highly skilled and well-trained workforce. And I'd say we've got the hardest working folks in the country. That's why, as your governor, I've worked to ensure Alabama's workforce development efforts include all Alabamians. Ensuring every Alabamian has the opportunity to provide for themselves and their family remains a top priority for me. People with disabilities have successfully performed at every level, and it's imperative that we continue to promote the abilities of all Alabamians, which is why I'm so proud to celebrate the employers who are doing just that. Before I wrap up and start handing out awards, I'd like to again thank each of you for being here today and for all that you do to move Alabama forward. May God continue to bless each of you and the great state of Alabama.
Because my parents told me I have to be responsible.
Because my first coach told me, you can do this.
Because my teacher helped me see the choices.
Because my coach treated me like everybody else.
Because my boss showed me how to do a good job.
Because a mentor believed in my potential.
Is why I am where I am today.
I'm swimming faster than I ever dreamed I could.
I discovered that I could work as an artist.
I led my high school team to 2 championships.
I am a valuable employee.
I have a career that I am passionate about.
I will be whatever I want to be.
What can you do?
What can you do?
Like all young people, youth with disabilities should grow up expecting to work and succeed. For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
Employer of the Year for a small business which is less than 50 employees. This award is public recognition of a small business that has shown outstanding outreach, initiative, and performance in the employment of people with disabilities. The 2022 Small Business Employer of the Year is Full Moon Barbecue in Alabaster, Alabama.
It's great to be noticed for things, but it's just one of those things that's dear to my heart. So it's, you do it because it's the right thing to do. Before I started being a GM here, I was told that we did have some kids from the ARC that would work here, and because of the pandemic, it had stopped. So it's once everything got back to some normalcy, you know, we reached out and, you know, they would bring people in and kind of do little work interviews while they're, you know, kind of see if it would be a good fit. And, you know, if they had the availability that we needed, we'd get them in here and let them start working. Most of their duties are helping keep the lobby clean, you know, clean tables, sweep floors, wipe trays, you know, kind of, there are some guests that, you know, hey, can you get this for me? And they'll come back and they'll get, you know, take dressings or, you know, drinks and stuff like that. But they're fantastic at it. Thank you for choosing us. We do appreciate it, even though it's something that we do because it's, we enjoy doing it. But thank you for the recognition and we appreciate it.
The 2022 Small Business Employer of the Year is Full Moon Barbecue. Employee of the Year in a Small Business, which is less than 50 employees. This award is public recognition of an individual who has demonstrated courage, motivation, and outstanding performance in overcoming obstacles in their personal rehabilitation and for dedication shown in productive employment. The 2022 Employee of the Year for a Small Business is Shelby Thomas of Monroeville, Alabama.
Honestly, I was very surprised initially. Very appreciative and thankful to have been nominated for this award. And my parents were told at age 8 I would never hold a steady job position, and they were completely wrong. I learned to overcome those challenges by you know, turning the impossible to impossible. You know, I wanted to go back to school and with ADRS sponsorship, and that was very helpful in allowing me to finish my education as of last year. And learning to overcome challenges sort of makes me better and able to encourage my students now in the position that I have. I get to do that and help students to turn education into a job as a career coach. So that is so rewarding to me in itself. But I could not be more grateful for this award, for my job. Thank you to Dr. Boykin for giving me a chance and hiring me here at Reid State Technical College, for my supervisor, Dr. Brown, for writing this nomination. I'm so thankful.
The 2022 Employee of the Year for a Small Business is Shelby Thomas. Employer of the Year for a Large Business, which is 50 or more employees. This award is public recognition of a large business that has shown outstanding outreach, initiative, and performance in the employment of people with disabilities. The 2022 Large Business Employer of the Year is the University of Alabama, Tuscaloosa.
We were absolutely elated to receive notification that the University of Alabama had been named the Large Employer of the Year. Under the leadership of Jamie Mitchell, staff and faculty members involved in the University Enable program continue to enrich our learning and working environment by providing an accepting and inclusive community that attracts and supports a diverse faculty and staff. University Enable's mission focuses to foster an environment and culture that promotes the value of people with disabilities, employees with disabilities, through such innovative programs and resources. Like our work-based learning experience program, the university continues to enhance the recruitment and retention of outstanding faculty and staff and reduce barriers. We're better able to serve not only our employees, but also our students and our community. I would like to thank the Governor's Committee for the Employment of People with Disabilities for recognizing the University of Alabama as the Large Employer of the Year. This program is already a win-win, as it not only provides career opportunities for those with disabilities, but it also makes UA a better employer and teaching institution.
The 2022 Large Business Employer of the Year is the University of Alabama. Employee of the Year at a large business which consists of 50 or more employees. This award is public recognition of an individual who has demonstrated courage, motivation, and outstanding performance in overcoming obstacles in their personal rehabilitation and for dedication shown in productive employment. The 2022 Employee of the Year for a large business is Mark Robertson of Gadsden, Alabama.
I used to be a member here. I worked out a lot. Then I kept on asking, are y'all hiring? Y'all hiring? Y'all just gotta say, positive all the time. Well, one day, the manager here said, hey, Mark, we got an opening. First, I started learning, how to clean the machines, billing and stuff like that. Then after a year passed, he moved me to maintenance. So maintenance is really where you just, take care of the machines and do the little side cleans that, people can't, get done during the weekdays. It's really an interesting job. You really do meet interesting characters here at Planet Fitness. I appreciate y'all considering me for the award. I was speechless when Mr. Christie told me about it. And I want to say thank y'all for the opportunity that y'all give me to prove myself, in the workforce.
The 2022 Employee of the Year for a large business is Mark Robertson. Public Service Award. This award is presented to a local elected or appointed official for their exceptional contributions on matters affecting people with disabilities. The 2022 Public Service Award goes to Jefferson County District Attorney Danny Carr.
I was surprised, floored, to be honest with you, but at the same time grateful and humble. I know people think it's unusual for a DA possibly nominated for an award like this. They think of DAs as crime-fighting agents, and we are. Protecting the community, obviously. But at the same time, I believe that a part of being an elected official or part of being a leader in the community is also using your platform for the betterment of others and bring awareness to the fact that people with disability still have ability. And when you recognize that, and you recognize that ability versus that disability, then I think it levels the playing field. And for me, the job fair, when we're talking about second chance job fair, we're changing the trajectory of individuals' lives who return home, but we're also being keenly aware that there are people who need second opportunities. We've had great success with that job fair. And being a part of Easter Seal and working with Easter Seals and using my position and my platform to help them as far as if it's fundraising, or just being a vocal part of what they do to try to bring awareness to the importance of what Easter Seal does, I think brings me a lot of joy. Thank you for recognizing this and being a part of such a wonderful display of love and an appreciation for individuals who so surely need it.
The 2022 Public Service Award goes to District Attorney Danny Carr.
Congratulations. Good to see you, Governor. Thank you.
Student of the Year. This award is presented to a student with a disability who has demonstrated exemplary efforts in pursuit of their education and overcoming limitations related to their disability. The 2022 Student of the Year is Taina Ray Sparks of Grady, Alabama.
I am so grateful and honored to have this privilege. I never thought in a million years that I would be Student of the Year this year. I'm very shocked. Some of the challenges that I really had to face growing up was really dealing with a learning disability. I have really had some bad ups and downs, but most of all, I have overcome that by getting the help at Lauren Lean B. Wallace Community College, such as with teachers, counselors. Would like to thank basically my entire family for always pushing me. They always saw greatness in me. I always kept my head in the books, and I always kept my head into church. Big example for the YLF, which is the Youth Leadership Formal Group. Like, it shows them if I can do it, they can do it also. And thank you again for this award, and I couldn't be any happier, proud. I know my late grandmother will be very proud, I know.
The 2022 Student of the Year is Taina Ray Sparks.
I can solve difficult problems for a Fortune 500 company.
I can run a successful business.
I can manage your home improvements.
I can publicize your message.
I can motivate your audience.
I can put my military experience to work for your company.
I can teach your children.
I can boost your bottom line.
I can add value to your workplace.
I could be a loyal and productive employee.
But I can't put my skills to work for your organization
if I'm not given the opportunity.
If you don't recognize my talents and ability.
If you don't hire me.
If you don't have an open mind and a workplace that's open to everyone.
If you don't realize that America works best when everybody works.
What can you do?
What can you do?
What can you do?
You can remember that it worked.
It's what people can do.
It's what people can do that matters.
Nearly 50 million Americans have disabilities. Capitalize on their talents with employment practices that benefit everyone. Learn more at whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
Thank you again, Governor Ivey, for joining us for this wonderful award ceremony. To all the award winners, congratulations. I know there will be a lot of people who want to meet you and talk with you.